This video was supposed to come out way earlier. I'm sorry guys. The Mandalorian and Grogu is the first Disney Star Wars film to be released in a really long time. I mean, finally, after witnessing the absolute disaster of a finale that the episode 9 was, we've got ourselves a new film. And I just couldn't care less about it. I genuinely feel like Mando and Grogu just isn't that big of a deal for us to immediately run to theaters with great desire to watch this alleged big comeback to the movies. In fact, I feel the complete opposite, that it'll be one big and really forgettable nothing instead. And something tells me that I'm not the only one who feels the exact same way. First things first, I'm fully aware that Star Wars is a vast universe with tons of lore, events, and characters. But if I were to give a shallow description of what I personally found myself being drawn to in this gigantic world, I'd say that the things that I like about Star Wars the most are the Force and lightsabers. Yep, I enjoy watching Star Wars mainly because of this whole Jedi and Sith, light versus darkness, good against evil confrontation. This is basically the foundation of it. Plus, the lightsaber duels look awesome when done right. So now I feel like you might have gotten under the impression that I'm someone who would like this abomination, since it's literally about the Force and lightsabers plus a crap load of crimes committed against good writing and humanity itself, but I'm not insane. So here's what I also love about Star Wars. The fight against the terrifying and oppressive regime, the hero's search for purpose in life, their long and demanding journey where they find strong friendships, discover devastating truths, learn about betrayal, suffer from loss, turn from good to bad and the other way around, holding on to hope even in the hardest moments imaginable. This is Star Wars that I grew up with, and these are the essential elements that I require to get invested in the story of those films. And I am 100% sure that The Mandalorian and Grogu has nothing in common with what I've just mentioned. It looks like something that had a focus group consisting entirely of kids under 13, something that's really shallow and one-layered. Not relying on clever dialogue and storytelling, missing out on proper character development and having no serious stakes, this movie aims to be a nearly 2-hour-long Grogu merch commercial. Oh look, it's doing this! Oh look, it's doing that! Oh look, it's so cute! This will be the main point of the whole movie. I watched a brilliant video by Geeky Stoics on this matter recently, and it has opened my eyes even more. Without stealing too much of his takes, I'll just say this. If you were to check out all the 3 promo trailers of this film, you'll get almost no grasp of what the plot is even gonna be about. And that's a pretty crappy way to make your audience care about your big upcoming project. There is absolutely no mystery in this not giving away the plot trick. It's not the case here. I think it's that the movie doesn't have a proper plot to advertise in those trailers. I guess it's that. This way there's simply no anticipation when you're craving for more details prior to the release. All you'd get from there is just that Grogu is incredibly adorable and that Mando really cares for this little thing. That's pretty much it. My another big problem that I have with this film is that it is a direct continuation of a Disney Plus show. I didn't watch a single episode out of the 3 seasons it has, and that makes me care about these characters about as much as the guy who doesn't own a car cares about gas prices. Would have been so much cooler if they started off with something completely fresh instead. And that brings me to the next upcoming film in the franchise, called Starfighter. I don't mean to promote it in any way because its own promotion hasn't even started yet, but I'm much more positive that Starfighter will be a much better overall watch than The Mandalorian and Grogu. Sean Levy's direction just gives me faith that this film will have all this hero's journey stuff I was talking about, because that's what the core fans would want from a Star Wars movie. And this guy delivers exactly what fans want. So even though the franchise has been in its worst for quite some time now and it's been really hard to trust it with my time to watch any of its content, even though Starfighter isn't gonna be the film that has all this Jedi and the Force and lightsaber stuff, I'm pretty excited to see what it has in store for us when it comes out in 1 year. And as for The Mandalorian and the top-selling merchandise, this isn't exciting whatsoever. While it's probably gonna be an entertaining space adventure for someone, it still lacks the franchise's trademark elements for me. So I'll be passing on that. Thanks for watching. Drop a like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.